Hello, everyone. Welcome to a weekly update that I'm going to be doing from here on out. Each Tuesday until the election, the latest updates on the polls for the 2020 election. So, next couple of weeks, I will be giving a little bit of a background in some races in New York coming up. That way I can educate people on what their options are for what to do with the early voting, with the absentee, and some people who may actually wait until the day of the election to go in person and vote. Because there are people who are willing to do it, but either way, it's important that I give you the updates on the polls. So, with that, we're going to get right into the polls right now. So, first up, let's get into the latest polls for today. We have a CNBC poll that claims in North Carolina that Biden is leading now by 2 points in North Carolina. North Carolina has been a very interesting state because when we look at numbers from the past couple of elections, and we'll go back to 2016. So I'll pull that up in the meantime. We want to look at North Carolina because in 2016, Trump won the state of North Carolina. So as you can see here, 15 electoral votes. Let's go to 2012. And 2012, Mitt Romney won North Carolina. 2008, Obama won North Carolina. So, a Democrat has not won North Carolina since Barack Obama. We can pretty much figure that out right now. So, Joe Biden could potentially win the state of North Carolina. So, North Carolina is now going to be considered a toss-up state right now. So, we want to put that clearly. Florida right now is leaning blue. There are a couple polls that are suggesting that. One poll, USA Today, claimed that Trump and Biden were tied for Florida. So, huge state because you're going to have 29 electoral votes on the night of the election. CNBC said that Biden was up by 4 points. Pennsylvania. This is the other important state. CNBC says Biden is leading in crucial battleground state Pennsylvania by 4 points. Monmouth University claims Biden's leading by 11. Michigan, we found out back in August that President Trump was pulling all ads in Michigan because pretty much Biden is going to win the state of Michigan. It looks like from all indications. CNBC is claiming that Biden's leading by 8 points. Biden is leading by 9 points. Wisconsin, another huge potential battleground. They are claiming that Biden is leading by 7. Now, Arizona, this is a very interesting state because I need to talk about Arizona. Arizona is very important because history could be made for the first time since 1996. Now, you may be wondering, a Democrat has not won Arizona since Clinton. You are correct. So, there is a possibility that Biden could flip Arizona. So, Arizona is now going to have to be put up as a toss-up state. So, 2 states that need to be closely monitored on the night of the election are going to be Arizona and North Carolina. So, that needs to be noted. Every year since 2000, and this has been proven, there might be an end to this 20-year streak where Republicans win Arizona. It's happened. And especially 08 because McCain's home state, John McCain's home state was Arizona. 2012, we'll look at 2012 for a second just to prove I'm not going crazy here. Yeah, like I figured, Romney won Arizona. So that obviously just proves the point. You look at what has happened in Arizona the past 20 years, there's a chance that Mr. Biden wins Arizona. There's a possibility. Now, New Mexico, I would just say do not follow New Mexico. That's always a lean blue state. I don't know why they put a poll up. New Mexico's not a battleground. It's a safe blue state. Biden's going to win that. Now, general election. CNN came out with a poll. Most Americans prefer Joe Biden, 16 points, 57-41. President Trump's job approve rating. This is interesting. 54 disapprove, approve 45 from Ramson. Now, there was a poll that came out in Utah. Utah is mostly a lean right state. Remember, you have an evangelical Christian in the Senate by the name of Mitt Romney. So the evangelical Christians, you have that population in Utah. And of course, you have the Mormons. Yeah, Romney's a Mormon. I do apologize. So, obviously, Utah's going to be a safe red state. Don't even keep an eye on Alabama. Why would you want to keep an eye on Alabama? It's mostly a lean red state. Delaware. I guess this is important because remember, Joe Biden's home state is Delaware. He's from Newcastle County. So you have that to keep an eye on. Interesting. Poll came out from Ohio yesterday. Trump up 4 in Ohio. Because there was a poll last week that showed that Joe Biden was up in the state of Ohio last week. So, all the polls lately in Pennsylvania have shown that Biden is definitely going to flip it. I would be very surprised. It looks like at the moment, Pennsylvania is a battleground. There's a lot of attention to it because remember, Trump flipped the state in 2016. But here we are 4 years later. I've been keeping an eye on a lot of the Pennsylvania stations, I guess you could say, because my Baltimore Ravens have ended up playing in the PA markets lately. But when we look at this, all the negative ads about Trump have been in Pennsylvania lately. Trump's been trying to do the same in Pennsylvania. So, there is a chance here. Now, here's something interesting. There is a chance a Democrat also takes the Senate in Arizona. So, let's get to this one. And we'll look it up very quickly. Let's see if I can pull it up on Wikipedia. So I'd be very surprised if that didn't happen. So, this is the special election coming up. You have the incumbent Senator Martha Mcsally taking on astronaut Mcsally. Now, this is very interesting because if you don't know who Mcsally is, once again, he is an astronaut and he is married to former Congresswoman Gabby Giffords. So there is a chance that Mcsally could, in fact, flip John McCain's old Senate seat. So this is going to have to be closely monitored in Arizona on the night of the election. That Mcsally may defeat Martha Mcsally. So that will have to be monitored. Also, quickly want to mention Andy's Randomness will have election night coverage. We're working on that at the moment. We're currently working with political correspondent Matt McCarthy to figure if we can get him on the air that night. So let's see if we can get him to join us. Hopefully we will. I will be working on that in the next couple of weeks to figure that out. So, go to Delaware now. I'm tearing up. I do apologize because the ragweed allergies are just getting crazy. I don't know what's going on with my allergies. Poll came out from Delaware. The good news is for Chris Coons. And we'll get into this race. 2020 U.S. Senate Delaware. I know this race pretty well. There's a controversial Republican who is taking on Chris Coons, Laura Winsky, who has made some racist remarks. Not going to get into it. But that pretty much killed her chances. Chris Coons, of course, is the guy who replaced Joe Biden when he became vice president. So this is Joe Biden's old Senate seat. Looks like Chris Coons should retain and have another 6 years. I know the other senator, Tom Cotton, I think his name is, he's supposed to be up for re-election in 2022, I think. So that will have to be monitored. And last but not least, Alabama. Tommy Tuberville, the former football coach, taking on the incumbent Senator Doug Jones. Obviously, you have the lean red factor into Alabama. Keep in mind that Roy Moore had all the controversy about him 2 years ago with the whole rape allegations. That's why Doug Jones won in 2018. So, obviously, when you look at that situation, you, of course, have that. Oh, okay. For Lisa Blunt Rochester in Delaware, looks like she is going to retain at the moment. Now, this is interesting. Van Drew, the guy who became a Republican, looks like he's going to lose his seat in the 2nd District. Oh, interesting. Poll came out for Delaware governor. Carney is leading by 29 points. So John Carney should get another term, it looks like. Now, I just want to see if anything is out for South Carolina, because if I can't find it, then do apologize. Oh, here we go. South Carolina needs to be monitored. So let's pull that up in just a second. This is what we have to keep an eye on. The incumbent Senator Lindsey Graham and will face Democratic nominee Jamie Harrison on November 3rd. So here are the two candidates. That is Lindsey Graham. That is Jamie Harrison. So not only will the Senate be monitored, you also have the House on election night. So let's look up the background of here we go. Former chairman of the South Carolina Democratic Party, and he used to be the chairman of the Democratic National Committee. So, polling has been very, very even. Graham had says right here, Quinnipiac in September gave Mr. Graham a 2-point lead, 3.4 the margin of error. So you're looking at another poll that came out last week. He's tied. And I don't see anything for Kentucky because Mitch McConnell was also facing a tough challenge in November. So let's see if we can find Kentucky. That's what we want to look at. Yes, here we go. So the last poll we got, McConnell was leading. So no polls in that regard, but yep. So I think with that, we are going to wrap this up. Thank you all very much for watching. Another video update will come next week on Tuesday. So until the next one, please take care.